is what exactly is a data scraper. Essentially, I'm using this term kind of loosely, but many people refer to them as spider bots as well, or just bots. Essentially, I'd say the most famous data scraper that we should all probably be already aware of is the Google bot. Google has actually posted a whole documentation how to run Portia with this one command right here. I'll just go ahead and copy that guy, and I'll move us back over to my PowerShell window here. I'll just go ahead and type this in. I just pasted it in just like it came, just like that. Enter. This is going to take just a moment to start up. Essentially, what Docker is going to do, we'll be putting in the walls, the people that will be doing the duct work, the people that will be putting in the insulation, the ground, all that stuff. They send those things out. And so the subcontractors need to send out a job, and they need to send out a bid, essentially how much it's going to cost, the general contractor to get the work done. And so the company that I worked at had a process where 5 clicks of the Hitler page, or pretty much any other page, right? I mean, we're basically 5 or 6 degrees of freedom away from just about everything in the world. Like I'm 5 or 6 people away from sending a letter to Elon Musk. It's only got to go through 5 or 6 different hands before that letter makes its way to almost anyone in the world. So, and it said user Neo4j, and then it said below it said generated password, and it gave you the big string, like 32 characters or something. And then it said, had a checkbox down below that said, I have stored these in a safe location. If you don't have that password stored anymore, you're going to have to delete the database and try again. So, but essentially all you're doing is you're copying this URL, the user, which everyone's going to have the same one. With that doc string syntax, I'm going to use a triple quotes here, triple double quote. The doc string is technically just a multi-line string. And so you can use this anywhere in Python. You can use a normal string. We're actually going to be putting Selenium, of course. These are all the things that we just typed in. So Selenium, Easy GUI, OpenPy, Excel. I believe Parse is also a library you actually have to install. I think we're gonna need that one. Path, we're looking for anchor elements, and we don't actually want to do that. We just want to look for the table row element. And so I'm going to delete that TD and the TR and the A that are on the end there. And so this should be the end of our X path. This should take, I believe this should go through masterclass with you or something. Please teach me how to do it, because it seems really cool, but I just don't really want to pour the time into trying to learn that, because it doesn't seem like, or well, I'll put it this way. I've never had to do anything that required my use of the Win32 API. So I know it's super just fits, I believe. There's many different machine learning libraries now that can identify both handwriting and structured, like computerized text. So there's lots of different options. You just have to explore them and look at the documentation to figure out how they're used to the best of their abilities. So use Lambda specific thing. I just told it to run the function. And so now whenever I build and run this function, it will make a something like a virtual machine. It'll make a container. It'll make a container environment that has all of these things already pre-packaged into memory. And then it's super fast to just run this again once the keyword in JavaScript. This is the same thing as using self in Python. If you're familiar with Python's object notation, object-oriented syntax, you can essentially use, if you're going through like a list of things, you can say like self dot, and then access that. Okay. So again, this is something that we need to add. It's a Grease Monkey specific thing, I guess, up here in the grant. Oh, again, I did it in the script and not necessarily in the editor. So this is Grease Monkey specific thing. We just need to replace this at grant enough pixels once we like zoomed into a license plate to actually get accurate license plate recognition going from that stream. And so I'm going to do a quick slight change of plans. I'll do something very similar. I've been working on a API gateway and Lambda function script to essentially use the spaghetti detectives. Anyway, is hooking it up to the simple notification service so that anytime Lambda detects spaghetti in the picture, it'll just send me a notification on my phone or a text message or an email saying that I need to go turn the printer off, or that I might want to check out what's going on because it might be messing up. And so let's just jump right into it really quick here. I'll go ahead and show you.